We spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos about Morocco before we traveled there. We couldn't help but notice that most of these videos are made by reasonably young people. So we decided to make our own. We're not young, but we decided to travel for a month with backpacks and only the vaguest idea of where we were going. So welcome to our traveling series, where you can watch short, to-the-point videos showing each place that we went to. Enjoy. There's a great train that goes from Rabat to Tangier many times a day. We walked to the train station from the Medina in Rabat, and everything worked out perfectly. Okay, so we're taking a train from Rabatville, and we're going to Tangierville. It's Sunday. Times of the train are a little bit different than we thought. And we didn't know that there seems to be a slow train and a fast train. We decided for the fast train. So we're going to be in Tangier at 12:10. Which is kind of what we plan to do, and then we'll take a taxi to our riad. What do you think?
Good plan.
Once again, we decided to stay in the old Medina part of town, just as we did in Rabat and elsewhere on our journey. Our place was okay. It had 2 small beds, both of which were weirdly sloped to the middle of the room. Our hot water would run out just as you put shampoo in your hair. The place had a bit of a funny smell when you came in. Even though we were the only ones staying there, strangely, there were many noises at night. This is the way it goes sometimes. You'll find amazing places, and every once in a while, you'll find a dud. All this being said, it was in a good part of town, near restaurants and things to do. Even though we were here during Ramadan, we never had a problem finding places to eat. There were many options serving traditional Moroccan food, of course, and we suggest looking away from Petit Sacco, as we found the food there to be a bit on the touristy side, and other options further away were much better. For those of you craving something other than local food, there was a fine Chinese restaurant in Tangier called Tangier. They also offered a bit of booze, should you miss that side of life. Even though it was Ramadan, Tangier was full of tourists while we were there, shopping and eating. It's a fascinating city with a number of interesting things to do. Of course, as usual, there is the endless shopping. Walking around the old Medina is fascinating, just as it is in most other Moroccan cities. We spent a bit of time in the American Legation building, which was fascinating. It was built in 1823 and has been lovingly restored and is well worth a visit. We walked along the waterfront and looked over the water at the European continent, waving happily at Spain. And, of course, we ate a lot. I guess you can say that we are surprised by the European feel of Tangier compared to certainly other major cities in this area of Morocco. We were surprised by the number of tourists in Tangier during Ramadan. We didn't expect that. And clearly, the people of the city are very used to visitors, and we can say that the place was really packed full of European day trippers. Although we read reports and watched videos about pickpockets and so on, we felt very safe in Tangier. We only met friendly people, and we never had any security issues at all. Tangier was a very different experience when compared to Casablanca and Rabat. There were a lot more tourists, and it was clearly more European than other cities we had visited. We enjoyed it a lot and can completely understand why people would come here from Spain in such numbers. Tangier is well worth a visit.